Good morning, everyone. It's Terrie O'Connor, Winning at Real Estate, and I'm glad to be with you again. Like so many of you, I was glued to the TV last night for the election returns, and I'm still glued to the TV as I can take breaks and check on what's happening. I don't know who our new president is going to be. It's very close, it's very tight, and regardless of the outcome, we are going to move forward doing what we always do. And I think some of the things I think about with moving forward is the fact that we are going into a new year, and we also, with the new election, again, regardless of the winter, it's kind of like New Year's. It's sort of a new beginning. We're starting a new term for our presidential office, for our Senate and House. We're also starting our business up in this new environment. So I feel very strongly that we have to think about how we conduct ourselves and what kind of business we want to do, and focus on the right things that we always know we have to do, should do, and will do if we choose, and that's the correct word, if we choose to be successful. So I think some of the things that are kind of interesting to think about in this whole period of time is to believe in people. Believe in people more than they believe in themselves. Honestly, when you do that, they kind of rise to the occasion and they appreciate it, right? When you ask those questions and get their answers instead of telling them what's so important, when you have to have a tough conversation, be totally honest, you can deliver that with diplomacy, but always credible and honest. People will appreciate that. So we're in a market where sometimes our messages are a little bit harsher to deliver if a contract falls apart or someone loses in a bidding war or circumstances in an inspection, put a deal down after everyone's worked so hard to kind of keep it together. Disappointments are out there. They're part of the real estate industry, but so are the successes. And here's what I think is so critical, and this is probably what I want to make the strongest point this morning. It's telling people, or I shouldn't even use the word that telling, it's sharing your stories and sharing stories of others that will help your consumers, your clients, feel better about the circumstances they find themselves in, or explaining to them through another example of a story how someone else prevailed in a situation that might be similar to theirs. It's also a way of being able to conduct your business effectively and successfully, and in a form of congeniality and collaboration with your clients without looking like you're domineering, a know-it-all, talk too much, etc. The story lets them kind of articulate back their feelings about the situation and think about the circumstances. So I think everyone's story is very interesting. A lot of times if you're on an interview for market analysis, you're really interviewing your clients and you're asking them the questions. You're asking them their story. Why are you thinking about moving? Why is it that you feel you need to be in a bigger house? Is it something that you wanted to do for a while? Is it something that is important? Has your family grown? These are the kinds of things that people are going to want to share with you. And when you express your own interest in what they are thinking, this is the way a good relationship begins, and one that people feel confident and trustworthy of you. So, think more of people than they think of themselves. Most of us are a little shy or a little bit reluctant to share what we really think or share our story or what we really feel. But I think if you can enable that conversation with your clients and your colleagues, I think you'll have so much more success. The rules of the game are the same. You still need to make those calls in the morning. You still need to identify what it is you're going to do. Personally, I feel like you need to get up every morning and think about what you're grateful for. Your gratitudes are important. It starts the day out with a much more positive approach. But as you approach the people in the day and your appointments and so forth begin to unfold, ask them questions. Let them tell you their story, and share the stories of others if their circumstances warrant kind of explaining something that way than just being rather clinical with the details of what you have to do or what happens if this happens. I mean, it's so much better when it's developed into some kind of a story. Storytelling is important, and I'd love to think that all of you could do a very good job of it. And so if you're going forward into this new world and you're thinking about all the things you're going to do getting started, and we really are talking about a new beginning, a new year, a new presidential term for whichever gentleman wins this election, it's an opportunity for us to start the new year together and start with that wonderful idea of being more approachable, more likable, not ineffective, not shying away from things, but using the storytelling system and asking for their story as a way of communicating in a little richer and more personal way. So anyway, it's Terrie O'Connor, Winning at Real Estate, and I look forward to talking to you again. Take care, everyone.